This is Scott Becker with the Becker Private Equity and Business Podcast and the Becker Business Minute Podcast. Today's title is A Rough Day in the Markets, 8 Quick Notes. So here we go today. First, the markets are tanking today on essentially a great jobs report, a lot of jobs added, and that means that the Fed will go slow on rate cuts, and the market had already sort of tuned in or calculated in a few rate cuts next year, and that seems to be less likely. Second, Walgreens Boots Alliance, and I'll use a sports analogy, made like Dennis Rodman and rebounded greatly. It's up 23 to 26% today on a much better than expected fourth quarter earnings results, up to, I think, $38, $39 billion in revenues, and their business up versus down. People were positively surprised the upside by that. It's the first great day for Walgreens in some time. The last time there was a great day for Walgreens, it was when people were talking about essentially Walgreens being bought out by Sycamore Partners. Now it's actually based on the results, which is terrific. Third, Delta Airlines also takes off and shows great earnings and is up nearly 9% today, so they're doing terrific. Fourth, Tilray Brands, the cannabis company, is taking on the chin. They're down about 11% or so. It has four key sectors: cannabis, wellness, beverages, and distribution. It essentially missed its earnings expectations in three of the four. The only one that it met its earnings or revenue expectations was in an area that is unimportant to it, the wellness area, or I shouldn't say unimportant, but very small. So that's our fourth note today. The fifth note, Jefferies Financial Services down about 11%. Even though it did well and showed great improvement in deal flow and business and investment banking fees, it's down 11%. It barely missed on its targets for earnings, but it had doubled last year. So it's getting punished for how much the stock had grown and been inflated based on expected results. Sixth, Bitcoin, Palantir, and MicroStrategy all are falling a little bit today. They're all sliding some. In our writing on this, we said that they made like Joe Morgan and Ricky Henderson and Swid. Seventh, TikTok is in play again. It's going to the Supreme Court on whether or not the U.S. could ban TikTok in the U.S. or force them to sell to an American owner, to not a Chinese owner. This is benefiting some firms and hurting others. Firms that may benefit from this, sort of seeing traffic slide to their places. Meta Platforms, Google, and others are doing well, and Snapchat. In contrast, Oracle, which must do their back office cloud stuff, is taking on the chin today and getting hurt by this possible concept. Finally, eighth, we're loving the book by Mel Robbins, Let Them, which essentially says, if somebody gets on you or irritates you or does something to you, let them and try and let it roll off of you, because they shouldn't ruin your day by what they're doing. Just be your own person and deal with yourself. I love the concept. Again, a rough day in the markets, 8 quick notes. Thank you for listening to the Becker Private Equity and Business Podcast. Let's hope it gets better. Thank you very, very much.